Hi everybody. Well, I get asked a question a lot. I get asked a question, what's your favorite cruise line? What's your favorite cruise line? And to be honest, I have a cruise line that I go to, but I don't necessarily know if it's my favorite cruise line. But they say, well, why aren't you loyal to one cruise line? Well, there's a really easy answer for that. So a lot of people will stick with one cruise line because they want to earn those loyalty points and get those loyalty perks, right? Like, for instance, with Princess, if you get to a certain category, you're invited to the captain's party, captain's circle event. You get free laundry. Your mini bar set up at the beginning of your cruise is free. So there's little perks like that. Now, to me, those perks are nice. But are they nice enough to make me say, hey, you have to be on this, you only have to book with that cruise line, and that's what you're going to do? And for me, the answer is absolutely no. I like to experience all the different cruise lines that are out there because every cruise line is absolutely unique. Hey, you're really interested in music and things like that? Take a Holland America cruise that has the music walk. You're going to love that. You like big, elaborate Broadway shows? Head on to a Royal ship. It's going to be huge. You like having, carnival kind of fare with, roller coasters and things like that on cruise ships and the water slides for the kids? You go on a Carnival ship. You want to have a first run 5-star cruise, maybe a 6-star cruise where it's ultra luxury, not a lot of passengers. You go on something like Seabourn or Azamara or Seven Seas. You go on the ship that fits that personality. And I like to go on these ships to experience all the differences that they have to offer. And you get so much more. Like, I still have ships I have to go on since this channel. You haven't seen me on any of the small cruise lines like the luxury, ultra luxury 5-6-star cruise lines, right? You will see that. I'm on a cruise in January, so that's coming. You haven't seen me on Virgin yet. I've had 2 Virgin bookings. They both got canceled. Then I have so many. I haven't been on Disney in a while. I might try their brand new ship, the Disney Treasure, when it comes out. So I haven't been on so many other cruises, and it's exciting to see the different brands, to see the new ships, to see what they have to offer. And especially for me, I'm a real entertainment guy. I need a variety of entertainment. And sometimes I go on a ship and I do not like the entertainment at all. I've been on cruise ships where I loathed the entertainment. It was terrible. And I've been on cruise ships that surprised me and the entertainment blew me away. When I went on the Blogger cruise earlier this year, the dancers that were in the show, Burn the Floor, were so good. They literally had me gasping for air. They were so talented and so good. They blew me away, and I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting a traditional, good dance troupe, and they were exceptional. Not just good, exceptional. So I enjoy that. Now, you've probably heard that one of my biggest complaints about traveling on the same cruise line is those cruise lines that have the same entertainment. So let's go with one of my favorite cruise lines, Princess Cruise Lines. I love Princess Cruise Lines. I love the entertainment. I know a lot of entertainment directors. I know a lot of the staff. I love the home feel and the look of the ships, the design of the ships. I'm very comfortable on board. And I feel right at home on a Princess ship. But I'll tell you, if I have to keep watching the exact same shows all the time when I'm on a Princess ship, I get tired. Like, could you imagine? So say I've been on 149 cruises. So let's say 100 of those I was loyal to Princess and was only on Princess Cruise Lines in the last 5 years, 100 cruises. Chances are I would have seen 2 of their shows 60 times. 60 times in 5 years. That's a lot. That's watching one show every 2 weeks. The same show. I don't think I would have been thrilled with that, right? You need that break to make the show fresh again. Yes, it's a different dance troupe. Yes, it's different singers. And also, you don't want to go on board and say, well, you know what? My last cruise, those singers were better than these singers were, because you're seeing the same show. And now you're comparing the talent on board instead of the show. You're not coming out saying, oh, I really like that show. You're coming out with saying, well, that was the show, but it was better before. And you don't want that. You need new shows. You really do. And that's when, I get worried that I'm not seeing enough variety on some of the cruise lines. And that's why I get worried when I hear that Norwegian is cutting a lot of their shows. And they say they're going to replace them, but they haven't yet. And they haven't told us what they're replacing them with yet. But they have cut some already. And so in the meantime, we're stuck with less than what we had before. And so, yeah, that's a big thing. That's one of the reasons that if I was only loyal to NCL now and they cut back off these shows, now I'm only seeing that one show on the ship, well, I'm less inclined to want to go over and over and over again on the same cruise line. That's a big reason I'm not necessarily loyal to one cruise line. I also cover cruises for a living and I sell cruises for a living, right? So if I only knew one cruise line, I'd only be able to sell one cruise line. And I could make a good living doing that, quite frankly. But I enjoy the variety. Even when I'm disappointed, even if I went on a cruise ship, let's call it the make-believe cruise line, and it was a brand new cruise line coming out. We've never seen it before, like when Virgin came out, and I go on make-believe cruise line and it's terrible. I have a horrible time. I don't like the entertainment. The food's so. The ship is beautiful, but the staff is not very attentive. So I didn't have a great time on the cruise. But there was that excitement of seeing something new and experiencing it for the first time. Even if it's bad, it's still somewhat good, right? Even when a pizza's bad, it's still kind of good. So that's kind of the reasoning. I'm not really loyal to one cruise line. I need the variety. I need the excitement. When you travel as often as I do, you crave the excitement. You crave something new. You want that surprise me. Surprise me out there. Sometimes I like to go on cruises simply because I want the destination. I love the destination, like Alaska. You don't need to surprise me going to Alaska. I know what to expect. I'm looking for a ship that I'm going to enjoy when I'm there. But when I'm just picking a ship to go on, say in the Caribbean, where I've been to over 90 times, I would definitely be thrilled to be on a ship with something that I haven't experienced before. And that for me is the real reason I'm not really loyal to one cruise line. I just crave the newness and the surprise. Come on, cruise lines, keep surprising me.